Hey guys, Ben Sleva here with my little partner Gus. Now it's been a while since I've talked about this console cabinet build I was going to do, and I'll put up a picture of what my original plan was, but with these two kids and with everything else going on, I just don't have the time to dedicate to it. So plans have changed, and I kind of like the new plan. So here's an idea of what I'm going to work with. Right here, this is the box itself is an old lighting conduit thing that I put these shelves on and then added the games. I have a second one which I'm going to do the same thing to, a little bit narrower, whatever. And then what we're going to do is we're going to attach, this is my original stand here. Welcome to the show, Milo. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, this is my original stand here. I'm going to have this one here. I'm going to have this one along this side. I'm going to paint it all white, fasten them together, and then make one cabinet out of that. So I'm going to have to do a little time lapse of that and talk to you along the way. Yeah, we'll kind of see it pieced together. I also think that, so I'm keeping this old TV here because I like playing the Zapper games on that, and just the nostalgia. I'm going to have the NES and Super NES plugged into that so I can play them like I played them as a kid. Hopefully that's how it plays out. You think it's going to work? Yeah? Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put together this shelf, and then we'll go from there. All right. All right, so this is what we're working with now. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's pretty darn close to, and I like it. Sturdy as heck. I gotta adjust some of these. I gotta tighten up some of that there. But Milo and Gus were very good help. Milo especially. Good job, Milo. High five. Thanks for helping. So, here, let's actually step back. Everything's kind of all over the place, which is alright, but I like how it looks already. Some of the games on either side. Oops. Gus just turned on the PlayStation. Up. Gus, what'd you find? Is that Borderlands? You a Borderlands fan? So, how it's gonna go is these are going to attach to the sides just like I have them. I'm gonna bracket them in, and I can't decide what I think I'm gonna do. Is I think I'm going to have them flush with the back rather than flush with the front. At first I was thinking flush with the front and then concealing the cords behind or using that part of it, but I've changed my mind. This is the hard part. The tedious part coming up next is when I get to take off all the consoles and all this mess back here, which I have wired in, which looks like a cluster of heck, but there's a lot of rhyme or reason to it. But in order to get the table all done, or the stand all done, I'm going to have to break the whole thing down and then do it on the back end of things. So, up. I'm going to start that now. Okay. So essentially what I have to do in the end, because I'm hoping this will be the last time I do this, is I will code it to which on the junction box it switches to, and then from there which HDMI. So if I haven't shown you yet, that's how I have it hooked up. The auxiliary ones come in here, and I could choose which one plays, and then from there it goes out to this splitter, HDMI splitter, which then goes to here. All the HDMI games then switch here, AV in to here. So if I'm just doing like the Switch or PS4, it's just this I would have to worry about. But if I'm doing any like Dreamcast, PS2, PS1, whatever it is, switch it there, bada boom, bada bing. Okay, now that everything's clear, the next step is to find a good way to bracket the shelves to it. I'm gonna take a break. We're gonna go see my mom, but I'll continue this later. Coming along. All my everything is in boxes now. Okay. Well, if you haven't noticed, this is day 2, morning 2. What we did is we screwed it together through the sides, and then I reinforced a couple brackets on the back with my helper, of course. Next thing it is, I'm gonna give it a good wipe down, and we're gonna paint it white. That's the next thing, and we'll go from there. All right. Alright, so I'm at a midway point. Miles getting restless, but I have it painted white. I put a second coat on. All done. And I'm going to let it dry, see how it looks. I don't know if you could barely tell, which I don't really care. These old window conduits, where they used to have fluorescent lights, there's like discoloration. The paint's not covering up. Don't really care because it's going to be full of games. So hopefully it looks good when it all dries up. And we'll clean the consoles up and start putting them on. Kids. Alright, I got the second coat on. I'm going to start cleaning and placing these systems how I want them. Okay, now I think I have most of the systems I want hooked up, okay? All on there, looking fly. Now I'm going to, this is the fun part, I got to get them all hooked into the splitter, and then into the HDMI splitter. This will be the fun part, so here we go. Alright, fast forward a couple hours. Where's the focus? And we got everything in. All the systems are on and power up. All I have to do now is end this video with a good little time lapse of me setting the games on there. And I've got to figure out which was my first game I'm going to play. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to edit some photos in at the end of it so you can kind of see how it looks all set up together. And real pumped. Thanks for following me along through this. I've been trying to do this forever. And plans always change with things, and luckily I'm really happy with how these plans found themselves. And I gotta think of what the next adventure's gonna be. I wanted to kind of have I think I'm gonna put lights around it. I have like those LEDs on strip lights. I'm gonna put edging it. Other plans for the future, I want to do like a Star Wars corner too, because I have all this cool old Star Wars stuff and some stuff like that, so we'll see how things evolve. Alright, here's your time lapse. One little side note I forgot to talk about is the cool thing that they're not just hooked up. So all these systems that you see, I can play. And not only that, but all the systems except for the Nintendo up there, I can record myself playing them, which is pretty sweet. And the reason I'm not too strung up about the NES not being recorded is because I have that Raspberry Pi that has the entire catalog of the NES, so I could record myself playing those games. I just can't record myself playing the actual cartridges. So that's why I'm so pumped about this. Everything's put together. I'm doing some more cleaning to do and such, but I'm pretty pumped. And again, thanks for watching the video. And comment in the bottom if you have any questions about how to make something like this, or how to get the wiring, or whatever. I'll try to leave links for that. And like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Appreciate you viewing, and appreciate you. Alright, later days.